Welcome back to the channel. Thank you so much for checking out this video. Hope you're having a fantastic day. Shout out to the 19 cousins. Oh man, so quick video for you on a few things from the Indiana Fever. As we know, it is game day. It is not only game day, it is Chicago Sky game day. And we all know what that means. There is a rivalry there that's been juiced up a little bit this year. And the Indiana Fever have a chance to do a few big things tonight in that game. They have a chance to get a little revenge on the Chicago Sky and create a lot of separation since they're playing each other. It creates another full game in the standings. You've got the Fever at 15 and 16, the Sky behind them, believe it or not, at 11 and 19. That's one big thing. Another is hitting 500 for the first time. A win gets them to 16 and 16. They have not been 500 all season long. And finally, what that does, the Phoenix Mercury lost, folks. They're 16 and 16. The Indiana Fever have the tiebreak advantage. So a win tonight would put them at 16 and 16. And yes, tied with the Phoenix Mercury on record. But the Indiana Fever would have the number 6 spot. So big game in so many ways. And of course, there's always the fact that we want to see the game played the right way. We're tired of the concerns. I'm not going to go through them a lot in this video. I will do another video soon about the Indiana Fever in a little more depth for the rest of the season and the playoffs and what that means. But I want to go through these short video clips, what I think that means for the team going forward, and what are the positive things that need to happen both tonight and going forward to finish the season strong and maybe do some damage in the playoffs. So I've got a list here of the things that still concern me, but I'm going to let that go. Good vibes today, right? Good vibes heading into a big game for the Fever. So this first clip is Lexi Hull being asked if she's done anything differently in terms of her preparation. And Caitlin Clark has decided to help her with her answer.
So, Lexi, in this stretch where everything's kind of been clicking for you, did you change something in your game day routine, or do you feel like you're just in a groove right now?
Kind of staying the same. She started hanging out with me more.
She's rubbing off on me.
Some are good, some are bad.
We'll go.
So I know sometimes it's tough with the echo. The question was asked if she's done anything differently. She said, not really. Caitlin Clark said she's been hanging out with me more, which, I was meant as a joke, although there's probably a little bit of truth to that. But from everything I've heard, Lexi Hull is a really hard worker. Probably should have been getting major minutes a long time ago, Christy sides, instead of, players like Wallace. But positive, we're staying positive for this one. But my point to that, and another clip you'll see, is the different dynamic from the team from what we saw earlier in the season. With Caitlin Clark coming into the league, people were questioning her relationship with her teammates and how they felt about her, and that none of them were coming to her aid early in the season when she was being knocked around. And I think all that is true, folks. There might have been some people who took things to extreme and overstated it, but I think it was true. I think there were some problems in the locker room. I think there were some, maybe not even to Caitlin's face, but there was some jealousy from players. They were kind of embracing what the rest of the team was embracing. And I just think it took time, and Caitlin being Caitlin won them over. And I think that is a part of the reason for the team's success going forward. And it's helped and benefited them on the court, which is why you also get things like this. And this is Caitlin Clark talking about Kelsey Mitchell.
For sure. This is somebody that's been with this organization for how many years? 6 or 7? You said 7 years. So, if anybody deserves this, it's definitely Kels. Like, she comes in and works so hard. She's always been a constant voice. And even when she was hurt through training camp in the beginning of the season, like, she was somebody that was right on the sideline coaching us, talking to us, and especially for myself as a rookie coming in here. Like, she was always a very positive voice in there and very supportive. And for me, like, that makes you feel very welcome coming in as a rookie and getting to play with somebody that's been really, really good for this organization. So I just feel very lucky and fortunate, because I know that's not every situation for a rookie. So I'm just very thankful.
Yeah. would have to second that. I mean, obviously.
Now, I got to tell you, I don't know if Kelsey was, I really couldn't tell. I looked serious, that face of maybe almost tears, but it might have been a little bit of tongue in cheek as well. But again, that is a shift that I've seen. I know Caitlin talked about it early in the season. I don't know that that was there early in the season. And I don't, these two did not play well. They did not mesh. They did not gel early in the season. I think we all saw that in all the missed passes, the passes that were dropped, the layups that were missed, and there was just no flow to the offense. And again, and I think, Kelsey Mitchell being the type of player she is already, and then being on a really bad team for years and being that player, there may have been a little jealousy coming in or just, an adjustment period and her worried about what her role is going to be now with Caitlin Clark there. And I think they've figured it out. I think they've figured out how to play together and how to benefit each other with their style of play. And look, I still have issues with Kelsey Mitchell in terms of her play because, yes, she can still get into hero ball. I think sometimes when she gets some easy buckets early off of playing with Caitlin Clark, get those layups, get those wide open jumpers, she starts feeling it, and then she gets a little out of the system and starts chucking up shots she shouldn't, like against the Atlanta Dream when she helped the Dream come back in the fourth quarter. That being said, I'm not knocking Kelsey Mitchell and what she brings positively, because last game against Connecticut, that's the Kelsey Mitchell I want to see every night. Where, yeah, she's still getting her points and she's burying her shots, but she's more selective. She's not chucking up bad shots. She's making passes. I mean, did anyone see her assist to Aaliyah Boston? That was a well, back when people watched SportsCenter, that was a SportsCenter highlight, folks. That was fantastic. And too often you wouldn't see that from Mitchell. But if she reels in her game a little bit and plays the way she did against Connecticut, man, her positives are high. She is dynamic. She's explosive. She runs the court. She can stick the three. She can drive to the basket. She's quick off the dribble. She's become a much better defender, I think, even in terms of effort than we saw earlier in the season. So whenever I say negative about Kelsey Mitchell, don't everybody get upset about, well, look how she's playing now. I get it. I like it. I just worry about that hero ball creeping in at times. When it doesn't, wow. These two best backcourt in basketball in the WNBA right now. Which leads me to one more, and then I just got a few final thoughts on the team going forward in terms of the positives and what I think they need to do. And this is, again, this plays to the dynamics of the team, I think, that you wouldn't have seen early in the season. Maybe you've seen this already because I'm a little late on this. Been a busy week. I mean, I thought yesterday was Friday. I don't know what's going on, but my comment to this is, damn, that balls comment got Caitlin in a way. And another one where they showed a version of this. Anyway, but Lexi Hull is asked about her impact defensively, as you see, and she thanks the reporter for the question, for the compliment, and Caitlin makes a snide comment about how respectful Lexi is, and boy, then it goes from there. So listen in. This is interesting.
Well, as you did tonight.
Thank you. I would say that's kind of my role.
Respectful.
That's kind of a reason that I'm out there is to try to make an impact defensively, and I know I was undersized going against DB, and so trying to just be as active as I could, get my hands on as many balls as I could, and take advantage of that. Caitlin? Yeah. We're done.
Oh, Lex.
We go with Keeman.
That was soon.
This one's for Kelsey. Just kind of following up.
So, if you didn't get that, apparently Caitlin Clark has the inner brain workings of a middle school boy when Lexi was professionally describing what she tries to do defensively and just get her hand on as many balls as she could, and Caitlin lost it. But again, folks, what I'm getting at is the dynamic of the team here, and I think that translates to the court. And I've been on enough teams, and I've coached enough teams, not at the professional level, obviously, but still what a team culture can do for you on the court. I've seen it, and I've seen it in teams that I root for, and I'm sure all of you have. And yes, very talented teams can win without the players getting along, without the players liking each other at all, for sure. But I think they have a better chance when they do get along, when they have a positive team culture, when they actually like each other. And it's definitely more fun for the fans. The current Phillies are a great example for me. Well, maybe not since the All-Star break this year because they've stunk, but the team, it's clear that the team enjoys hanging out together and they have fun playing and they've embraced the very, very tough Philly fan base and they appreciate it and they love playing for them, and that's huge as well. The Iverson Sixers team was like that too, and I think that makes a big difference for a team, and I think it's made a huge difference for this Fever team as they moved into the season. Now, just real quick, I didn't want to make this too long. Some of the things they need to do to be successful going forward. This team is built to run. They need to run. They need to run. They need to run. Did I mention they need to run? And I'll give you just one example. Now, we've seen versions of this often, but as you can see coming from here, ball's being inbounded, so Connecticut made it. Guess what? Unlike most teams in the league, you make a bucket and you start jogging backward back down to your own end to get ready to play defense. No. Look at this. The one Connecticut player you can see right now, she's in full-on sprint because she knows we scored, now we're going to get punished. And here it goes. And it's one dribble, folks, and we're in the other lane, and it's an easy bucket. And look, by the way, that's NaLyssa Smith. And that is one of the things, I'll get into the good and bad of the team. I want to do a detailed video on that, but that's one of the good things that I love about NaLyssa Smith in her positive column is as a 4, she can run the court with anybody when she wants to. But, we saw against Phoenix, there was a time that Phoenix made a bucket, inbounded to Caitlin. It wasn't a long free throw lane to free throw lane pass. Caitlin literally dribbled the length of the court and made a layup before Phoenix could get set defensively. She just dribbled right through them. And I don't mean they tried to defend her and she beat them with a great move. They weren't ready yet. So this team needs to run to be successful, and they can grind teams into the ground by doing so and make them give up. Break their will, give them 40 minutes of hell. I think Lexi Hull finally playing more, getting a chance to start. That is absolutely huge as well. Anyone remember all those minutes of missed layups that Christy Wallace got? Fag Bentley being back, absolutely huge for this team. She's rounding into form at the right time, getting ready for the stretch run. She is a long, lean, explosive 4 or 5. She can run the court with anyone. She's a freaking gazelle. She will beat guards down the court. She has that intensity and that grind it out, never give up on a play mentality that Lexi Hull has as well. She is a hard worker. She's very supportive of her team and Caitlin Clark. She's got your back. She can play in the post. She brings so many great things to this team, and having her back is absolutely huge. And don't worry, those threes from Caitlin Clark will fall. Don't listen to anyone who says that she needs to stop taking them. She needs to keep taking them. They will fall. And that will, despite what Jason Whitlock's been saying the last few days, and I think I might do a video on just one of his videos and some of the nonsense he said. He got so delusional. But hey, shout out Jason Whitlock. And look, they also have, if we go check out one more thing before I let you go, just to give you an idea. All right, now Minnesota won the other night, and that took a half-game lead over Connecticut. You've got the Liberty, the Lynx, the Sun, the Storm, the Aces, Phoenix Mercury. Again, Indiana Fever win this game, you move up into the 6th spot. My point being, these 6 teams ahead of them, they've beaten them all, except the Aces, and they have 2 more chances against the Aces. But they've beaten all these teams, so obviously we know they can do it if they embrace. Christy Sides, are you listening? What they do well and stay away from what they don't instead of what seems to be the opposite at times. They can do some damage in the stretch run and into the playoffs. But I'm going to leave it there. I'm not going to get into those things they need to not do because we're keeping it positive today as they head into a game tonight against the Chicago Sky. You may see another video from me before then. I have some other things I wanted to do. I still have my ESPN video I haven't put out yet, so we'll see if I get that out today. And that was before the ridiculous rookie ranking thing they just did. But I'm going to leave it there. Let me know your thoughts on the Indiana Fever and what you think of them as a team coming together and what they can do down the stretch. Please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. I really, really do appreciate it. I think we're like 150, 160 away from 8,000. Absolutely insane. Thank you all. I'm going to leave it there. I will talk to you later. Have a good, no. Have a fantastic day.